everyone, how's it going? My name is Colton Maravelias, or as the internet calls me, Ill-Fitting Trousers.
It's Brennan.
And this is the Weekly Rundown, the only podcast where everything's made up and the points don't matter. Brennan, welcome back. It is a new year.
Oy vey.
Oh, oy vey. I know, dude. 2022 is, I don't know. It looks like so far it's starting out as another year in the house. But, I mean, that's not entirely a bad thing when looking at, like, new games that are coming to us this year. Which
Fingers
is why
crossed.
Fingers crossed. Oh, that these make it, yeah. But honestly, I like already some of them I'm very excited about. Like I have some of these written down, like that come out next month, or this month actually. Now, oh my gosh, it is January. It is crazy. So anyway, like we wanted to talk about games that are coming out this year, or that are assumed to be coming out this year. I don't know. I can't say for a fact that all of these are, but I have a good feeling about a lot of the ones I written down. So Brendan, you mind if I start?
Please do.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna start with a series that you guys know I love. Final Fantasy 16 is finally supposed to drop this year. It's like a high fantasy Final Fantasy game. Real-time combat. The graphics look amazing. We haven't the weird thing about this though is we haven't seen anything about it since it was announced in November of 2020. But we did get to see gameplay and stuff, so like that gives me, a little hope there. And then when I was writing this list, actually, Square Enix came out and said like, hey, the game has been delayed 6 months. I think it's still fine to be coming out. It's weird. We never had like a release month or anything though. So we don't know if it's still coming out in 2022 or not. But they said we will be seeing stuff this spring. So I'm thinking it's more of a winter release title. And I am totally fine with that. Like, I can wait for this game a little longer.
Winter release is the way to go, because, you got time to play it.
Oh, yeah, and look, presents. Like, those are just Christmas presents for everyone, too.
Yeah.
So sale-wise, that's normally the best way to go, too. PlayStation really didn't have much of a winter release this year. Which, I love PlayStation, but, like, I think other than, like, fall, we didn't really get anything for quarter 4. So it was like, I would be fine with, like, totally getting Final Fantasy as a winter release. I think that would be really good. I get to see those chocobos again. They looked really good in the trailer. I watched one, I think, just straight up die, in, like, a army battle. It was really,
That's sad.
you always feel bad about horses dying in those, like, big army battles.
Horses are one thing, but chocobos...
Chocobos are cuter than horses.
Probably infinitely smarter.
Yeah. Horses can be a little derpy.
Oh, boy.
But yeah, I'm super excited for Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, this one looks pretty dark fantasy.
Yeah, and I mean, if it gets delayed, I know I'm gonna get to play it at E3 this year anyway. They'll have a demo for this game at E3. I know they will, if it gets delayed past like summer. So I will be playing it this year regardless.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Starfield, obviously.
Nice.
That should be coming out. I don't see why they delay it. I mean,
so
they just have Microsoft on their side now, so they've got resources.
That's so true. Like, I've been thinking about, like, that, like, since Microsoft bought Bethesda. Bethesda's only going to shine even brighter with that Microsoft money.
Oh yeah.
But like the thing that scares me about Starfield is like we're not going to see anything about it until summer.
Oh yeah.
So
it might come out like December 30th, 2022.
Well, they set like a solid release date a year in advance. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that kind of scares me too, because like that would be amazing if they can do it. That's amazing, but I'm worried. Either like two things I'm worried about. A is setting a solid release date and sticking to it could backfire a lot if they don't fix all the bugs in time, and Bethesda's not necessarily the best when it comes to bugs.
Well, that's the thing. Like, bug fixing is like such a second seat nowadays because all these games have live service and they can patch them.
That's great, newer but games. Like look at Cyberpunk. They're still patching bugs. Like if they gotta give it the time it needs, and that's true. Starfield's been in development for years. So I don't know anything. I mean, it's just
if they're ready, I'm sure they're ready.
Yeah. Oh, that's true, and I hope that's true. Stuff happens though along the development line and stuff.
But it seems like game developers are noticing that gamers really aren't worried about developers taking their time.
Oh yeah, and I mean I think Cyberpunk changed that for a lot of people too, because I mean look how many people were like, we need this game now, and then it affected so much where it's like that investors were all like, we're gonna pull out if you don't release this game.
They've been working on that one for a while though.
Yeah. So Starfield too. Starfield's had as much development time as The Witcher 3, I think, at this point. I think it took The Witcher 3 12 years in development.
It's kind of a slippery slope as far as deadlines go. Because, like, sometimes you get an E3 deadline, and that can breed lightning in a bottle, like Halo. CE, that was like a super crunch game. But it's also like, I don't want these people to have to crunch like that.
Yeah, they shouldn't have to work 8 days a week.
But like, it does create some really good art.
Oh yeah, and I do agree. Like, when putting them on a timer isn't necessarily a bad thing. It depends on how they push the workers on that timer.
Yeah.
Like if they set a reasonable release date, then all for it. But it is scary because it's hard to put my faith in, like, they did set a reasonable release date when they showed like no gameplay, and they won't have anything for like 7 months since they dropped that release date.
But it's like, how artists are, they suffer for us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the art, So you just got to draw the line somewhere with, as far as management. You can't be forcing people to do stuff like that.
Exactly. And I am, especially with everything going on in Activision, I think every company's like, ooh, we gotta, like, we can't, like, do anything bad to these employees. Like, everyone's, like, stepping on eggshells around their employees, which is a good thing.
Great thing.
I'm not trying to say it's not. I'm just saying, like, I think with Activision, everyone's like, yeah, we don't want to do that to our employees, and they're being extra careful. So I don't necessarily think that's going on. I think Bethesda, with all that Microsoft money, is going to shine even brighter than they have in the past.
And, yeah, they could probably hire more people too, because like Bethesda was realistically a pretty small team for Skyrim and Fallout.
Yeah, and they had that Skyrim money for a while now with
the
7 releases of it.
The only concerning thing with Bethesda is we got Skyrim, which is like it's just a great game, but people have noticed the quote unquote dumbing down of it, which I think was fine. I thought it was funner than Oblivion. And then Fallout was pretty shallow as far as role playing, and then 76 came out, and we all know about that. So you can look at that and kind of judge them, judge the way things are going to go in Bethesda, and you could assume Starfield might be kind of a dumpster fire. But since Microsoft, like Fallout 76 was like such a piece of crap because they needed money.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get some dang money so they can make a video game.
Yeah, and it is interesting because when you think about it, you have Microsoft as like this will be almost it won't be entirely full Bethesda Microsoft game since it's been in development so long. But
right.
it would probably be the first one I would consider like, yeah, this is full on Bethesda and Microsoft working together. Like when I talk about it, like Deathloop just came out. I wouldn't say that was ZeniMax and Microsoft because that came out like 2 months after the buyout. But like, so it will be interesting to actually see. We have nothing to compare it to with these two working together now.
Right.
So it will be very interesting.
I think it'll be great. And also, the buyout just means you can get cool Skyrim cosmetics and Sea of Thieves now.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
I'm still waiting on that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay a little skeptical on it. Just because, like, I really don't think they'll hit that release date. That seems like a hard window to hit and they announced it a year ago. I mean, delaying it, there's no shame in delaying it. I'm just saying,
I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, it's not going to be like the ultimate space simulator.
Yeah.
That's what Star Citizen's for, and that's never going to come out.
So, no, but like, has anyone done a game like this big and as they're claiming, this expanse?
What? How much bigger is it than
I thought
Skyrim
it was
or
supposed
Fallout?
to be giant. I was under the impression this game was going to be giant.
Well, I mean, technically, but it's not like they're going to have like full spherical planets or whatever to explore, are they?
I don't know, actually. I just assumed it was a giant space sim.
I was just hoping for a cool Fallout situation with more of a sci-fi. I mean, Fallout's pretty freaking sci-fi, but more of a spacey theme, really.
Yeah, I actually didn't even know Starfield was in development until last year. And then everyone's like, how'd you not know about Starfield? I'm like, I was like, I've never heard of it. Like,
I like the aesthetic they're going with too. Like, it looks definitely one of their more realistic titles.
Yeah.
And all their theming, like, they have like this weird like washed pastel color rainbow thing on their advertisements. You know? You notice that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that's just like very
the Disney logo.
Very 70s looking colors. It's like like full color TV or whatever. I don't know. So I feel like they're taking a lot of inspiration from real like NASA technology, which it looks like if you look at some of the ships they show. They look a lot more realistic than like Star Wars would. So that'll be exciting to explore that. Because
I think
on the other end, you have completely realistic ships that look a lot more advanced, I guess, in Star Citizen. And then, of course, you have Elite Dangerous and No Man's Sky to compete with. So it does look like they're really They really have kind of an original style with Starfield, you know.
Yeah.
So it's gonna scratch a different itch at least.
No, I get that. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm very excited to see where Starfield will go and how it will go for sure next year. Um,
I mean, Bethesda's done some silly stuff, but I still love them. They're my babies.
yeah, no, I get that. I totally get that. A lot of people care for Bethesda, like, and I think it's one of those things where like it's crazy. Like people even love the bugs in Bethesda games.
Oh yeah.
Like
Honestly,
that.
every Bethesda game I've never really encountered much buggage.
No, I mean that's true. And the people I feel like who are discovering all these bugs are like playing the game not how it was intended to play.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if it was from like people with their mods on and it like messed with like stuff in there too.
Yeah, usually not. Well, because if you have mods, it's usually gonna fix some bugs.
Well, I mean like if some mods might interact with things wrong, like Thomas the Tank Engine might not fit in certain buildings correctly. Alrighty, my next one on this list is one I've always wanted forever, and it is Hogwarts Legacy.
All right.
Oh, okay. Hogwarts Legacy is an open world Harry Potter game. It's set in the 1800s, so you're not really affecting like anything story wise too, and I think that's a very smart move on their part.
Mm-hmm.
It's an original story. You get to make your own character. You get to, weirdly enough, it looked like you get to leave school grounds at certain parts.
Mm-hmm.
Quidditch, freaking everything's in this game that you would want like a Hogwarts game to be. And I am so excited to like explore Hogwarts on my own and create my own story and like it's crazy. I've been so scared because like I feel like this game's gonna keep getting like I'm afraid it's gonna get cut every now and then. Just because like everything with the author, which is terrible. I don't want Harry
is
Potter.
she involved with the game?
She's not, but technically she is.
Because it's Harry Potter, right?
It's Harry Potter, yeah. It's crazy because like Harry Potter is such a story about including everyone and and love for everyone.
We've known that J.K. Rowling is effing bonkers for quite some time, and we still like Harry Potter. Like, I'm not coming to her for any wisdoms.
Yeah, I'm coming here for the I mean,
I just like the wizards.
I don't even think she wrote the story for the game either. Which is like either upsetting or not upsetting with your call for whatever. The only story that I think has been written by someone else that I don't like is The Cursed Child.
Honestly, it's probably gonna be she didn't write Cursed Child?
No, she didn't. Her name's on it, but she didn't write it.
Honestly,
she just, endorsed it.
That's probably gonna be a great thing that she's not writing it. Because like for one, she writes books, not video games.
Well, she wrote the Fantastic Beasts movies too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought those movies were terrible.
Oh, you didn't like them?
That they were awful. Like, apparently she's always, like, stepping on everybody's creative toes in that.
Oh, I didn't know that part. I really liked the first one. I thought it was really cool. And I met Queenie, the girl who plays Queenie in that movie. I bought a dog from her grandma. Or no, I haven't met her. I'm sorry. I just bought a dog from her grandma.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really what a weird story. Cause she, it's what my mom was telling me. Cause like, This was like when I was a kid. But anyway, yeah, we're not talking about Fantastic Beasts. We're talking about Hogwarts Legacy. Um,
I'll definitely play it, even though I'm not like the big Harry Potter boy.
oh, dude, I'm big Harry Potter boy. I
I know
love
you
Harry
are.
Potter. I'm so excited. I actually recently just went through all the books again too.
Oh, maybe I should do that. Like,
Yeah,
I read I just read like 4 of them in like high school at that, and
I just
I
listened.
really enjoyed them. But
I listened to the audiobooks while I was working, and
ooh,
it was honestly it was really fun. I forgot how much stuff actually happens that the movie just doesn't talk about. Um, so yeah, like, but yeah, Hogwarts Legacy. Very excited to see.
Of course,
Yeah,
can it even compete with Gary's Mod Hogwarts roleplay servers?
roleplay. Dude, I don't know, cause like I don't think you could get a gun. In Hogwarts Legacy. uh, but yeah, dude, Hogwarts Legacy. I'm so excited.
Well,
I
yeah,
can't wait.
well, it's before Voldemort, right?
It's in the 1800s, so way
So
before.
yeah, okay.
It's like before Dumbledore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Um,
Actually, I don't. When is Fantastic? When does Fantastic Beasts take place? Dumbledore's old.
Well, this will be a short one. Breath of the Wild 2, baby. I'm excited for it. It's supposedly coming out 2022, but they don't even have a proper name for it yet.
Yeah, I was surprised we didn't get one at the Game Awards this year. Honestly, that seemed like the best place to release it.
Right.
But because we were supposed to get some news about it at the end of 2021, and I think they said they had to delay the news a bit.
Yeah, I'm not worried because like the Zelda teams are always super competent.
Yeah.
So I feel like them not giving us the proper title. Or, God, I hope Breath of the Wild 2 is not the proper title.
I hope it is. I hope it is after all this.
But I feel like it's an artistic decision, you know? They're going to reveal the title, and it's going to be something special that affects the game somehow. I don't know.
Yeah. Like, it will have
a big spoiler.
I bet it won't even be called Breath of the Wild.
It'll be called Fart of the Wild.
Yeah, because I mean they're calling it. We're the only ones calling it Breath of the Wild too. They're calling it the sequel to Breath of the Wild right now. So I think, yeah, I doubt it will be called Breath of the Wild too.
Oh, I can't wait though. Breath of the Wild was like, it was my top game of the last. Wait, when did it come out?
2016.
Yeah, it was like my top game since then.
Yeah.
Of course, I got it like a year late, and I was able to avoid all the spoilers.
Yeah, I got it the day it came out, because I got a Switch the day it came out.
Well, yeah, it's the reason I got a Switch. You know, that's really the only thing I like to play on the Switch.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, there's some co-op games that are fun for friends, but
no
otherwise.
Smash Bros.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's a game you play with friends. You know, it's a co-op.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not co-op, but multiplayer.
Yeah, I plan on getting that new Mario Party too, the Superstars, where it's like all the old maps remastered.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I totally took. Yeah, Breath of the Wild sequel. It looks like it's gonna be really good, and honestly, seeing Breath of the Wild, I have no doubt it will for sure.
Man, they did such a good job. They did such a good job with Breath of the Wild. It can't be bad.
Yeah.
And seeing like these sky islands that they showed us in like Link's new like Greek looking outfit, I think that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, where you can like jump off from them.
Yeah, they're like the floating islands, and Link's wearing like a skirt and Roman sandals. And he's got that arm thing going on too. It'd be interesting to see what that's about.
I'm wondering it mostly if it's because of not Twilight Princess, the one that just came out on the Switch, um, Skyward Sword.
Oh, right.
Yeah. They were saying it feels like a lot like Skyward Sword, just, and they're wondering if you can do
I
Skyward
loved
Sword
Skyward.
stuff like that.
I thought that was great.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
yeah, super excited for that. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be huge. And I've played through like as close to 100% as I can. Like obviously you don't get all the Korok seeds. Breath of the Wild at least twice. I think I'm on a third playthrough, but I haven't touched it for a while. So I need more.
I have a Nintendo one. I have a couple Nintendo ones on my list. I just realized, and it is well, I'm gonna start with Pokemon. Pokemon Legends Arceus is coming out on the 28th of this month. I'm very excited. It's an open world Pokemon game. It looks like it takes a lot of inspiration from Breath of the Wild to an extent.
Yeah, just like the open world is kind of a similar palette, I'd say.
Well, you can ride Pokemon.
Yeah.
You can it's actually interesting because this is like set before like people really captured Pokemon and stuff. So like you're basically on your mission to complete the first ever Pokedex.
Oh, that's cool. Because like until now they've all been like pretty modern settings.
Yeah, this is like villages and stuff. Yeah. It's really cool too. The Pokemon can actually attack you outside of battle. And like you can take damage and faint, not just your Pokemon.
A little bit of just like some really gentle survival mechanics, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could still battle them like normal Pokemon. Like, you could do the turn-based thing. But you can also, like, kind of battle them outside of a Pokemon battle and, like, try to capture them with the Pokeballs and they'll take damage, over time and stuff. It's really cool. I'm very excited to see how they're going to do this, because a lot of people's problems with Pokemon is it's always the same.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of why I get Pokemon anyway, is because it's always the same. It's like literally what I want to do in Pokemon is I want to battle and capture Pokemon.
Well,
you know,
it seems like it's less about the actual gameplay and more about the fun creatures that you get to find.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's really all I care about Pokemon. You know, like I wanna capture these Pokemon, battle them, and then like build a team and beat my friends down. Like that's kind of like what I want to do with Pokemon. I'm not looking for like some mind freak game where it's like just mind. Yeah.
Pokemon the Souls type.
Yeah. Like I don't need this like crazy story. But the thing I do like about Legends Arceus is I think it will be very cool to like explore like the history of Pokemon and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Pokemon Legends is a good way to do that. You know, like there's so many different like legends where it comes to Pokemon. Like you have honestly, my next Pokemon Legends game would be, like, if I was gonna create one, would be Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh was, like, the Pokemon that, like, resurrected, 3 Pokemon into, like, Suicune, Entei, and Raikou, like, the 3 legendary dogs, and, like, we learned that in Pokemon Silver or something. But it would be really cool to, like, see, you know, it was a tower that caught on fire and killed these Pokemon, basically.
Right. I have just always wondered about like how the first person to enslave a Pokemon and force it to fight.
Yeah, that's gonna be us. I don't know if that's necessarily 100% true. There's so much I don't know about this game right now. Um, but I know we're definitely like our objective is to complete the first, like one of the first Pokedexes of the region, and it's very cool.
That's cool. So you do gotta
Yeah,
catch them all.
you do got to catch them all, and apparently multiple times. It seems like on some of the challenges.
No.
Um,
Yeah.
but
That just seems like fluff at that point.
you're kind of fluff, bud.
Thanks.
But yeah, super excited. Pokemon, yeah, like an open world feel. I'm very excited to check it out.
So, I'm gonna keep an eye out on Sifu. Remember, I think we saw a trailer for it in your stream. It's like a kung fu game.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
I don't know much about it, but
Oh,
it seems
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Love a kung fu. It kind of reminds me of Absolver, which I still need to play. And then, we got Lego Star Wars. Hopefully, finally.
Dude,
Like,
I don't know.
Honestly, I'm surprised. I keep surprising myself. I'm like, what? That's not out yet? I thought it was out for like a while. Never is.
Dude, if it gets delayed again, I'll get to see it another year at E3.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I actually, I don't know if I told you about my, like, time I got to check out Lego Star Wars at E3.
Mm-hmm.
The Rise of Skywalker saga or whatever, the Skywalker saga. But,
Right.
it was really cool. Like, they have, you could basically, it's like open world.
Right.
Like, you could just fly to planets, and then there's also, like, random encounter space battles you can get into. Where, like, a Star Destroyer will just appear out of, like, nowhere, and, like, you can either fight it or run away or whatever.
So it's all pretty optional, right?
What is
The open world bit.
Yeah, like, I think you can play it like how it used to be played.
Because, I like just playing through the movies and seeing their funny jokes and, pretty casual.
But I think it's really cool that you can explore like their universe so much.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, dude, Lego Star Wars. Ooh, that looks good. I'm very excited. Is it May or is it March or something like that? April?
Probably May 4th, huh?
Oh, that'd be a good date.
That's when they do all of the Star Wars.
Yeah, I forgot where it got pushed back to. Oh, it just says 2022. That's a bummer.
We'll see. If it comes out, it comes out. It'll probably be fun.
Game Rant.
Elix was something I was looking at. It's kind of a post-apocalyptic story by the guys who did the Gothic series. So it's like really good roleplay.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at Elix one that was on sale on Steam, and I was like on the fence there. But it seems cool. I probably won't play it, but I like the idea that they're coming out with a second one. That's nice.
Yeah. So what is that game about? Basically, it's like
Elix.
Yeah.
Well, all I know is it's heavy roleplay because it's Gothic series.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like it's post-apocalyptic, but they got like 3 factions. They've got like the Holy Templar guys, which are more sci-fi based, and they get lasers and stuff. And then there's like the Mad Max Raiders types, who are all Mad Maxy and Raidery. And then there's like a faction that ends up more medievally. So it's like they're combining a lot of things. They got the sci-fi, they got the guns, and they got swords. So
gotcha.
I don't know. It just seems like a neat idea.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it.
Okay. I got a game I'm super excited about too this year. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Dude, especially after this last trailer they dropped.
Mm-hmm.
I am so excited for it. Just the idea of like fighting all of the Justice League characters, first of all, is really cool. Not to mention, it's a sequel, or it's set in the same universe as the Arkham games.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
So, yeah, so I like that, and I'm meaning, like, so Arkham Knight's kind of like stuff happens with Batman at the end, you know. So I don't think we'll see I think we'll see Batman in it, but I don't think we'll like see him a lot. Like, he won't
yeah,
fight
because if
Batman,
he was
basically.
involved, well, yeah, you'd freaking lose.
Yeah, yeah, like we
That's
could
the
beat
thing.
Superman with Captain Boomerang, but we'd lose.
If Batman was involved, there'd be no story.
No, I think he will be involved. I think he'll be kind of the one, like, he'll end up, like, being in control of the team.
Or yeah, it was like some sort of bizarro possession or something of Superman or whatever.
No, that was Brainiac.
Brainiac, okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you might be able to team up with Batman.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm also wondering, and I think this would be the best way for this game to go to, is if we could get more characters than the 4 they've shown us. Because the Suicide Squad has a lot of members. Like, a lot of members. So, the 4 we've seen are Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and King Shark.
Well, it's basically just B-list villains.
Not all the time, though. There's some... They got some, like, good members. Like, comic-wise, I'm just talking about, we've had, like... Who's been in the Suicide Squad, actually? I mean, we've had, like... I don't know.
Oh. Well,
Actually, gosh, why am I'm drawing a blank on it all of a sudden.
I always consider Deathstroke A-list because he was the main villain of Titans, but he hasn't always been that way. Harley Quinn also just kind of started out as a B-list, and now she's pretty A.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing. Jet Set... no, not Jet Set Radio. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk.
Jet Set Radio 2.
Ever heard of it?
No, I've never heard of that game.
Yeah, it's basically Jet Set Radio by a different company who just loved it, and they were sad that there were no new Jet Set games.
So they're like,
like,
fine, I'll do it myself.
It's so Jet Set. The art style is exactly the same. It's basically the same gameplay. You're rollerblader, punk, and you go around spray painting shit. And everybody's dancing. It's weird. So keep that on your radar. That'll probably be a hoot. Apparently that's coming out 2022.
Ooh,
on Steam, too. So.
I got, Mr. Dad over here, God of War Ragnarok. I don't know if you've seen anything about God of War Ragnarok, Brennan, or
more like
how
War Ragnarok.
Hell yeah.
I don't really care about this kind of games, really.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, like, I was gonna say, like, God of War Ragnarok, or God of War, the one that was, like, before this, was incredible. Absolutely incredible, and it's coming to PC. I think it might already be on PC, or it's coming this month. You should check it out.
Ragnarok.
No, the first one.
Oh.
The Ragnarok's coming out sometime
The
this
first new one.
Yeah, the first new one. Yeah.
It's like completely different from the one before it, huh?
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like a AAA hack and slash cinematic thing, which is cool. That's just not really worth my time.
It's more of like an RPG.
Yeah.
This one. It's up to you.
I also wasn't interested in the Assassin's Creeds that have been doing that, like Odyssey and Origins. Like they're like just going into like basic RPG territory when I just preferred the parkour and the assassinations. You know, just keeping it simple, and now you got like armor and you're not as sneaky. I don't know.
I get it. Okay, so maybe it's not for you then. But I had so much fun playing this game. I played it last year. for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and there was like, oh gosh, it was so good. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did. Um, so I'm very excited to check it out and go through the second one. Yeah, like I don't want to talk about the second one too much because it ties very heavily into the first one.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I'm very excited for God of War Ragnarok, and like way more excited than I thought I'd be.
The art style is pretty freaking cool, though.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, and I get to watch Kratos yell at his child.
I mean,
It's fucking awesome.
it's obviously press A to yell at boy.
Yeah, boy.
It's obviously very fantasy, not realistic as far as the costumes or anything. But
Yeah.
I think it looks pretty fly. I like Fat Thor.
Yeah, me too.
I'm glad that's sticking around. It makes me feel good as a chubby white guy to have a Fat Thor for a role model.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, and I think he's gonna be like the first fight of the new game.
So didn't they have problems like some of the Norse gods were like not white and people were annoyed about that?
I don't know. I played this game like, well, I think this game came out in like 2016 or 17.
Well, I seem
and
to remember reading something about that, and I think that's stupid. I think Norse mythology is for everyone.
Yeah. No, I get it. I don't remember things it had because I didn't really care about God of War when it came out. The only reason I played it was free on my PS5. So I was like, oh, I'll check it out. I hear a lot of good things about this game, and I started playing it, and I was like, oh my gosh, the combat's so nice.
Yeah.
The Leviathan axe is like really cool. It's you can like throw it, but summon it back to you, like Thor's hammer, kind of. But it will also like freeze whatever it hits.
Mm-hmm.
So like one of my favorite things to do was like you could like throw the Leviathan axe at an enemy, and it if it was a smaller enemy, it would freeze them in place.
Right.
And then you just go over and you start beating the shit out of them with your hands. And then like summon the axe back, and then like it was cool. The combat was very very satisfying though, and that's why I think I got so invested in that game so fast.
From what I saw, it wasn't
What you saw.
like hardcore Souls like,
Mm-hmm.
like really, really challenging, but it wasn't like super easy hack and slash like the older games were.
Oh yeah, no, it's
like
not
weak enemies took Kratos like 3 hits to kill, and that kind of bugs me. I think if you're going to be fighting weak enemies as the God of War, you should be able to just have fun obliterating them like Doom guy.
He's like a God of War who, like...
I mean, look at him. He's still incredibly strong.
He is.
And like in the old games, he was like lifting pillars and stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, he punches a dude through a mountain. In the actually, you're right. I guess I get what you're saying. You do level up as you go though, and I think it was just like you don't want the small enemies to be like just easy to defeat and then level up from there. You want to kind of give it a challenge.
I'm just kind of tired of leveling up in games.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
I'm just tired of it. I've done it, and I think it's time for just some new mechanics for RPGs.
I kind of get where you're coming from, because, like, also if you look at, like, games like The Witcher 2, when you get into The Witcher, it's like, I think they've done it in, like, every game, but you don't start as, like, a badass Witcher like Geralt.
Well,
like,
yeah, you do.
I think in The Witcher... Well, I mean, like, in The Witcher 2 though, he like had no memory, so he lost all his skills and all his
Oh, right.
everything, and then so on and so forth or whatever. I'm just saying, like that's kind of like how I see it. Like it does suck to start from like level 0 every time especially when you're playing a sequel.
Yeah.
Like, Kingdom Hearts always explained it a bit, which was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of it.
It's just exhausting for me. Tedious.
Mm-hmm.
But, there's a place for it. There's definitely a place for it.
Yeah.
What else?
Oh,
Elden Ring. Everyone's excited for Elden Ring.
Oh, shit, I forgot. Elden Ring was another game I didn't know about until it was announced last year.
Yeah, same.
But everyone seemed to go like, "How'd you not know about Elden Ring?"
So it's supposed to be...
I'm not a loser.
It's supposed to be like a different universe than Dark Souls, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's... From what I heard, and I don't know if this is true, so I'll have to look it up, but I think George R.R. Martin worked on it.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I found an article that George R.R. Martin thinks it looks incredible.
That might have been what I... Yep,
Yeah.
Here it is. He thinks it looks incredible. Wait, George R.R. Martin says working on Elden Ring was too exciting to refuse.
Oh, okay.
So he did work on it. Okay.
Well, so it looks... It's funny. It's like, it's dark fantasy. Is what it looks like. But it looks a lot lighter than Dark Souls. I guess Dark Souls was like abysmal fantasy, and this is dark fantasy. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I thought, for some reason, it looked very Tolkien-y.
Mm-hmm.
But the more I look about it, I'm like, not really. But
I signed up for the closed beta.
At first I thought it was gonna be Tolkien, because they have that big shiny tree in the background, which was a huge part about the Rise of Morgoth and Lord of the Rings lore that we don't need to get into right now.
Yeah.
I thought like, oh, no way, is this gonna be a Silmarillion game? I'm like, oh, something original, which is cool.
I signed up for the closed beta for this game. I didn't get in, sadly. But I was like, I wanted to check it out a little bit on my own to like have an opinion on this game, but I really don't have an opinion on this game. Like it looks kind of neat.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be a Souls. It's gonna be completely competent and really deep, and everyone's gonna love it.
Yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy's going the Souls route with Strangers of Paradise. Final Fantasy Strangers of Paradise. I did get into the beta on that game, actually.
Oh.
Or no, it was a demo. It was a demo. It wasn't a beta. But I played the demo of that game twice, and gosh, that game is so cool. And I hate Souls games. I don't really care for them. But I had so much fun. And I think maybe the reason I hate Souls games is I don't know what things are. But when you put it in words of like Final Fantasy, I will know what they are. Like magic.
Oh, right.
Whatever. I know the magic.
It's a whole
I know
new
what
lore.
the potions are called.
And it's a deep lore at that.
Yeah. I know what like Phoenix Down does. I know what this does. I know what these items do, and I don't have to overthink them.
Well, I've never played a Souls game, actually. And I think I should, because they sound really good. That challenge, seems like... I don't know. I just hear a lot of stories of, like,
it's
people who, like, struggle with depression and stuff who've played the game and have, like, learned a lot about themselves and how it kind of helps you.
I think it's just the idea of... So games nowadays, they're so... I think we've talked about this a little bit, but they're so easy. They're easy and rewarding when they're easy.
Yeah, it's just a flow of dopamine. Like, They're basically heroin. It's no effort dopamine rush. And that'll drain you and give you like serious depression. And then you play Dark Souls and you have to work for the dopamine. That can probably help balance you back. I mean, I'm not a neurophysicist, but that's how it seems.
I was about to say, like, with Strangers of Paradise, I played the demo the first day it came out, and I, like, for hours, I got stuck on that boss and could not beat the only boss in the game, basically, in the demo. And I was like, oh, fuck this game, you know, and then I came back to it the next day, and I ended up beating the boss after, like, 4 hours. Because, like, I'm not used to, like, challenges like that. But it felt so rewarding to finally beat that boss.
Yeah.
And, like, I was very proud of myself.
It's a good feeling.
And I was all like, yeah, I'll probably pick up Strangers of Paradise, but... Yeah, that I can't really talk too much about Elden Ring. I don't have an opinion on it, really, but... yeah.
Do you have...
Sorry to hijack your topic, actually.
Do you have an opinion on Midnight Suns, Marvel?
Oh, I forgot about that game.
I mean, I'm looking at it. I've never heard of it until now. You got Wolverine and Iron Man in the picture here, so
yeah, it's like it's gonna follow like the like more evil dark magic side of Marvel.
Ooh. Yeah, it looks like they got like some cool like eldritch armor or something going on.
I don't like that you play as an original character.
Why? You want to make your own?
Because I would rather play as Wolverine.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's what I didn't like about. Well, I mean, obviously I haven't played it, but what I didn't like about the Avengers game was you got to play as Stinky Big Hands Malone or whatever with the stupidest superpower. Stretchy? Are you kidding me?
Wait, what Avengers game?
The Avengers game.
But she's a real character. And you don't play as her. You can choose who to play as.
Well, I mean, she's still dumb.
I was like, that's Miss Marvel.
No.
I was like, yeah, but I don't like the original character. You are the hunter. You get to customize your character and be whoever.
Well, I mean, that's cool if you could customize it.
Yeah, no, I like that, but also at the same
I would
time,
like to play as Wolverine, right?
Yeah, I'd like to play as Wolverine. I wonder if you can.
You should be able to.
Yeah. I mean, and then there's a thing I'm a little skeptical about here. I love, like, some of these guys' final armor things that I assume will be final armor transformations. Like, endgame armor. You know how, like, every superhero game you get, like...
Right.
You whatever. But I fucking... It looks stupid on Iron Man.
Why?
Because I don't know. Have you seen Iron Man's?
I think I'm looking at it. It's black and gold.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I don't like it on him.
I think it's perfect for Iron Man.
Like, but also like I don't like that trope anymore.
Well,
like the final armor thing. It's
yeah. I want the superhero game to be able to choose whichever armor you want because like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like that's the way to do it.
Like even Guardians of the Galaxy had that final armor trope, the new like game.
I guess it looks weird on Iron Man because like his whole shtick is like he's a scientist and his engineering's very practical and real, and then you put like these magical elements on there.
Oh,
it seems kind of weird.
I mean, you should see the other characters. They have like Captain America and stuff too.
Ooh, I like Captain America.
I don't know how I feel about his. His seems really weird.
Yeah. It looks like I don't know. When I first thought it, I thought these guys were like the evil versions or something.
No, I think they're just like I think those are like magical protection things. I wouldn't be surprised if they were from like Doctor Strange or Ghost Rider or something.
I prefer like the effect like of the Doctor Strange armor and like What If. I thought that was cool, where it's like floaty and I don't know. But yeah, Wolverine looks sick.
Oh yeah, the characters we know about are Captain America, Captain Marvel, Iron Strange,
Iron Strange?
Iron Man, Doctor Strange. Sorry,
I thought you were gonna be like, oh, Doctor Strange got an Iron Man suit.
Ghost Rider, Magic with a K instead of a C. Blade and Nico. I don't know that character, but Nico might be us or whatever. The hunter character, but
no, there's like some chick with like a funny hat and a flaming sword here, which might be her.
Oh yeah.
And then I assume it's Hunter in the middle.
Dude, I hate Captain Marvel. Like I've always hated Captain Marvel as a character.
She's pretty boring.
Well, I just haven't liked her when I read like Civil War 2, the comics, and then I hate like everything Captain Marvel since that one. She really ticked me off.
Yeah, not a lot of people like Captain Marvel.
Well, I get why like people don't like the movie. I know, and I get that to an extent, but like I just don't like the character in general. Like,
I don't like this Ghost Rider design.
That is a different Ghost Rider. Actually.
Okay, good.
It's what is his name? I like that Ghost Rider. It's not like the one Nicolas Cage played. What is his name? He is he drives like a Dodge Challenger, a 1969 Dodge Challenger, which is really cool. Robbie Reyes is his name. Refers to as the Hell Challenger. He was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. actually. But I'm assuming that's that Ghost Rider. Which Robbie Reyes I hear is like a really cool Ghost Rider from a lot of people. I don't know anything about him, but
so there's Minecraft Wild update. Ooh. Yeah.
What's in that?
That should be coming out. Well, it's gonna have that warden that we were supposed to get in the Caves and Cliffs.
The warden?
Yeah. It's like a big spooky ghoul that you can encounter in the caves who can't see. So it's all like audio mechanics. So you can like throw a snowball and he'll go towards it.
That's okay.
But if you make enough noise and he finds you, he'll like one-shot you no matter what armor you're wearing. He's like incredibly strong and very scary. And he walks around very terrifyingly. Like
I don't like that.
I don't think it's a kids' games anymore, dude.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Minecraft has always given me the heebie-jeebies. Oh yeah, they got the model and everything. He's terrifying.
He looks terrifying.
He's terrifying.
Yeah.
And there's like this gross like mushroom stuff that you'll find in the caves that like will send a signal to a mushroom plant that'll make a noise and alert him, or it'll give you like the darkness debuff. So like
every time I go in a cave, I'm just gonna /kill warden.
Yeah, it's
like, screw that.
It's very scary, but really cool. And mud bricks and new swamp stuff, I guess.
Can I put a lead on him and just bring him to our village?
I don't know. I wonder. Maybe. No, maybe. But
I wonder if he'll actually be in our game, if like our server.
Maybe. I think he's got to spawn in a certain cave biome now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It seems like there's a couple things that we were promised with Caves and Cliffs that we didn't get. So, we'll see.
That's cool. I do have like 2 more I want to talk about.
Tiny Tina's Wonderlands?
I don't actually care about Borderlands.
Oh, that's Borderlands. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a Borderlands like spin-off thing.
Yeah, I'm not too into Borderlands either. But I appreciate it. It's cool.
Yeah, I do kind of like that aspect of it. But one of them I'm going to talk about just super quick because we don't know too much about it. But it's Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. I've been like I'm super excited to get a new Kirby game, but it's also like open world. Everything's going open world lately, and I think that's good and bad.
Well,
Like,
I mean, everybody saw Breath of the Wild, and they're like,
yeah,
we need to do that.
yeah, Zelda was never really. Zelda was always open
Dude,
world, though.
I'll tell you, it works for Halo, though.
Yeah, I would imagine it would. Halo already felt pretty open world when we were playing the old ones.
Yeah, yeah, for most of it, yeah. But I do miss the kind of, the slight rails that you get, especially in a Halo game, where it feels more, coherent for a story. Yeah, like playing a movie or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, Kirby and the Forgotten Lands, I think it will be one of those ones that like does really well as an open world game. The gameplay looked really cool. You're on like basically it looks like you're in like a normal civilization, like a city like ours, but it's abandoned on like an island and stuff, and it's like we died out, but Kirby lived on.
Post-apocalyptic Kirby game. Wow.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that in a way.
What a time to be alive.
I know. So I'm very excited to see where that game goes. And then my last one is it's a game I don't even think will come out this year. But it might, just because it's a remake, so it's very likely it could come out in like fall or whatever. But they announced they're remaking Dead Space.
Oh, cool.
And I've always wanted to check those games.
You don't
out.
like horror.
I don't like horror. I've heard so many good things about Dead Space. Like, I don't like horror, but I loved Resident Evil 2. You know. It really depends on the type of horror.
Yeah.
And I think Dead Space might be a little creepier than I actually think it is. But yeah, I honestly, like, I don't have too much to say on Dead Space, because I've never played any of them. But I'll probably check it out and see, or like, at least watch someone play it, a little bit of it, and see if it's for me.
It'd be great for streaming, because people love watching their streamers get spooked.
People love watching me cry at twitch.tv/illfittingtrousers. And I do it Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Well, speaking of open world, we're getting a Sonic open world game.
Oh, Sonic Frontiers!
I don't care about
That's
Sonic,
enough.
but that's pretty cool.
Dude, honestly, Sonic Frontiers kind of makes me care about Sonic.
Oh, and then there's Triangle Strategy, which is that's like an Octopath sequel, isn't it?
It's not. It's like base. I don't think it's connected.
Okay,
but it's in the same format, except instead of it being like turn based, it's like
strategy. Yeah, I like that a lot more than turn.
Yeah, it's like you control the army.
I've been playing the Banner Saga, and it does that. You've never heard of the Banner Saga? Mm-mm. It's really good. It's like big role play, and you manage your caravan, and it's all Viking-ish, and then the combat is strategy style like that.
Yeah, I like games like this. That's why I've been trying to tell you to play Fire Emblem.
Yeah, well, I've like never really been into those slower type of games, but Banner Saga is really good.
Dude, get Fire Emblem 3 Houses for your Switch.
Oh yeah, well that's I'm afraid of getting Switch games because they never mark them down. They're always $60.
Yeah, I think it's the bigger titles with them because they don't drop in price because they're always wanted.
We have Gollum supposed to come out.
Oh, you were excited about that
Nope.
game. You told me all about how excited you were.
He looks... No, just no. Let's see. Stray. I haven't heard of that. It looks like he plays a cat. That's interesting.
I don't know anything about that one either, actually.
And then there's the Avatar MMO. Frontiers of Pandora.
Oh yeah, is that an MMO?
That's what I thought.
Oh, I thought it was.
It's
a game.
Oh, it's a first-person action adventure game.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought it was gonna be an MMO. Huh.
Yeah. That game looked kind of neat, but like, we're talking about like Avatar, like the blue.
Yeah.
Blue Avatar.
Obviously, yeah. That's the only Avatar.
There's some Avatar games in the works through Square Enix, actually, like The Last Airbender.
Hell yeah!
Yeah,
can't wait.
But
I've been waiting for a good Avatar game forever.
So, to be fair, the ones through Square Enix so far are only confirmed as mobile games.
With who games?
Mobile.
On
phone.
Oh.
But there is one that hasn't been confirmed yet, and a lot of people are thinking it's not going to be just mobile.
I think an Avatar MMO would be good.
Oh yeah,
but do obviously a more action combat, like Elder Scrolls Online, or honestly nowadays you could probably do something even more exciting.
Yeah, I think so too. Anyway, yeah, I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I'm clean.
I'm all good too. So, Brennan, is there any game I brought up that you were like, oh, I want to check that out?
Not really. I don't even remember what you said.
Oh, okay. That's all right. I don't remember what you said either. So
I was just sort of going.
I think this was a good way to start out the year, just talking about, like games coming up, just all that stuff. I mean, like
tuning in our radar. Getting our radar.
It was a good way to jump in and get like used to what we're talking about again, because it's been a while since we recorded our podcast here. So I think it worked out very well. Hopefully next week we'll have our new co-host here. He was a little busy today, so he didn't get to jump in with us, but that's okay. That's all right, because I still have Brennan, and Brennan is okay. He's like on a scale from 1 to 10, he's a Brennan.
Did you say something?
Yeah, I did say something. I was ranking you on a scale from 1 to 10.
11.
No, I ranked you a Brennan.
So that's kind of like a 4 or a 5.
That's like a passing grade. Alrighty, guys. Again, though, thank you guys for being here tonight. I really do appreciate it.
They're coming out with a new Plague Tale this year?
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
I just played the other ones.
I just bought it on the winter Steam sale. I'm gonna check it out.
Oh.
I don't like rats at all, so it'll be good and scary.
Oh, so you'll love Plague.
Yeah. But I love medieval stuff.
Hell yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm sure Brennan really appreciates it too. He's looking at games though. I'm
glad you guys are here.
Oh, he's got. See, oh, Brennan, you're such a caring young man. But anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.